This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael, I'm stuck in a theater, and I'm reviewing the recently released Mortal Kombat, directed by Simon McQuoid. McQuoid? It's a relatively loose adaptation of the video game franchise, following an MMA fighter named Cole as he finds himself roped into fighting otherworldly figures when he and his family are targeted by Sub-Zero, an assassin with the powers of forming ice. He learns that, as a descendant of an ancient ninja warrior, he is destined to fight in Mortal Kombat, a tournament that can determine control of the universe. He teams up with other fighters, including Army veterans Jax and Sonya Blade, and martial artist Liu Kang, and together they work to save the world. Even for a movie based on a video game that already has a relatively loose storyline to follow, the Mortal Kombat movie feels more like a prologue than something truly complete. The film spends more time setting up origin stories for characters and their powers than moving the actual plot along. Hell, the whole movie may as well just be an origin story for Cole, an original character who is descended from an actual Mortal Kombat character, but doesn't actually get his powers. It doesn't help that the film ends just before it actually seems to begin. We never actually get to see the tournament itself, since I guess they wanted something for a sequel. And there is a significant sequel hook, but again, it comes at a point when you think that the movie is finally starting to get somewhere. The characters of Mortal Kombat are also just as uninspired. There's very little development for anybody outside of Cole, and even he barely has anything worth calling progression. The bulk of the characters' story arcs more or less amount to being told that they're unfit for Mortal Kombat, then training or fighting until they're able to unlock whatever latent powers they might possess. Even so, they only seem to happen when it's most convenient for them to have them, rather than coming about through an actual character arc. So what is there to see the movie for? The fight scenes, of course, and they're pretty much what the movie is structured around. Even so, they're only subpar. There are some moments of choreography that do seem designed around the characters and their personalities, but for the most part fights are either designed around trading punches, or are taken directly from the original Mortal Kombat video game. The more brutal and gory sequences are also taken from the latest iteration of the game, yet somehow they seem less realistic in the film than in the games. The other technical aspects of the film are passable at best and forgettable at worst. I can't really think of anything to say about it. Cinematography during fight scenes is fine, though some creative angles are, again, taken from the Mortal Kombat game. I feel like there could have been some more effort in making creative coloring choices throughout the film, since everything really feels flat and desaturated otherwise. Overall, the movie is a slog to get through. Despite being just over an hour and a half, plus 10 minutes of credits for some reason, the story is barren and predictable, the characters are uninteresting, the fights range from brutal to boring, and everything else is pretty much just padding around all of this. Mortal Kombat, Simon McQuoid, 2021. 1.5 stars. I highly urge that you spend 2 hours on something else. This review is done. Like the video, comment if you want, subscribe, hit the bell, you know the drill. If you know how to get me out of here before they make the sequel, please help me out.